whatever she decides next, has the ability to impact an entire country in ways no one could ever imagine.
Buying Team Namibia is a choice you make for us, not just for you. Join the 2.5 million strong team that grows stronger with every single Team Namibia purchase. Team Namibia. Together, our future is brighter.
For the next 20-odd minutes, I will be unpacking headline-grabbing events happening within and beyond our borders. This is the Monday edition of Primetime News. Many thanks for making a date with us on a brand new week. I'm Michael Madimba. The 20th of November annually marks International World Children's Day on the global calendar. The day aims to raise awareness and the plight of children across the globe as it pertains to their fundamental rights and overall well-being. Globally, children remain vulnerable to various social ills, and the day casts spotlight on the physical, mental, emotional, and overall social well-being of this vulnerable population. This year's theme is aptly titled, For Every Child, Every Right. Let's endeavor as society to do the most in tirelessly defending the rights of children across the world, for they are the future. The education sector leads tonight's bulletin. Minister of Education, Arts and Culture Ana Ngipondoka noted it is high time that Namibia's education system is demand-driven. The minister made these remarks during the IMN Technology Mentorship Institute launch for robotics clubs and labs for learners. Speaking at the launch earlier today, Ngipondoka noted for the 2023-2024 financial year, the ministry has budgeted $30 million Namibian to procure information technology hardware and software for schools as per the National Conference on Education Implementation Plan. Let's listen in.
During the Education Stakeholders Consultation and the National Conference on Education itself held in 2022, it became evidently clear that the Namibian education sector, especially basic education, lags behind in terms of global trends and standards on the provision of science and technology, engineering, arts and mathematics, abbreviated STEAM education, which is of inclusive robotics, coding, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, and other smart technologies. This is also confirmed by the Fourth Industrial Revolution Task Force report released in 2022 that discovered that there is a skill mismatch between what the job market requires and what students are taught at institutions of higher learning, outdated job classifications and job requirements, few specialists in fourth IR, digital technology skills, and inadequate training in the manufacturing fields. And I believe all of us will agree with the emerging of economic industries like the green hydrogen, the oils and gases. Definitely, if you look at the job classifications and job requirements that we put up, might not necessarily match with what we really need. So it's high time that our education system is really demand-driven. Otherwise, we'll always be exporting, skills from other countries, and we cannot afford that one.
Staying abreast education matters. Wilhelmina Low, head of e-learning at NAMCO, has urged teachers, learners and parents to capitalize on the online learning resources provided by NotesMaster. The e-learning platform launched by Education, Arts and Culture Minister Ana Ngipondoka last week received 17 million Namibian dollars in government funding for the development and distribution of digital lessons aligned with the official Ministry of Education syllabi. Notes Master is an e-learning network designed to support teachers and students both inside and outside the classroom. More from this insert.
The head of e-learning at NAMCOL elaborated on the Notes Master program during an exclusive interview with Primetime News earlier on today, highlighting its role as an e-learning platform hosting open educational resources. The platform covers online learning content from grade 8 up to AS level for all exam subjects, aligning with Namibian subject curriculums.
In my understanding, in my interaction and engagement with teachers and learners at the schools, it is a fact that not all learners is having access to textbooks, right? We are also struggling with the fact that not all teachers, is really in the field where they studied for. This learning content, I believe when you are a subject teacher, you have knowledge, you have skills, you have the experience in teaching these subjects to the learners. Many years, some teachers, many years of experience. Accessing the learning content, integrating this content into their class teaching is going to make their teaching more active, interactive for the students, and maybe make learning a little bit of more easier for our learners.
Lowe shared that NAMCOL's active training program from January to April resulted in the registration of 11,000 new learners on the platform. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukvonda.
Now, Deputy Minister of International Relations and Cooperation, Jenely Matundu, says the realization of the Sustainable Development Goals for Namibia necessitates a joint commitment to dedication, collaboration and innovation, all principles that Namibia regards highly. Matundu made these remarks on behalf of Portfolio Minister Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah during the 2023 UNDP Regional Bureau for Africa Cluster meeting. Our producer Diana Kahuta was present at the briefing and brings us this insert.
Ladies and gentlemen, the realization of the Sustainable Development Goals for Namibia necessitates a joint commitment to dedication, collaboration and innovation, principles that Namibia regard with utmost significance. The SDGs symbolize an international consensus to confront an urgent challenge and promote sustainable development. As we navigate the intricate journey towards a more promising future, it is imperative to acknowledge the pivotal significance of these goals in shaping the destiny of our nation, the broader region, and a global community. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to conclude by expressing gratitude to the UNDP for selecting Namibia as the host for its 2023 Regional Bureau Cluster meeting. Namibia's history, gaining independence through multilateralism, serves as an evidence that the collective will of nations can bring about positive change and justice.
On to matters pertaining to road safety. Works and Transport Minister John Motoro expressed the need for stakeholders to find more ways of investing in road safety across the African continent. In remarks delivered on his behalf during the commemoration of the 12th Africa Road Safety Day in Swakopmund on Sunday, Motoro acknowledged and commended current sub-sectoral interventions and initiatives while stressing the need for stakeholders to dig deeper into their reserves in order to make national roads safe and citizens safer. Our coastal-based correspondent Isabel Bento filed this report.
The minister noted that road traffic accidents have emerged as an important public health issue which needs to be tackled by a multidisciplinary approach. The victims include engineers, doctors, nurses, businessmen or businesswomen, teachers, lawyers, and the list goes on. These are economically active members of the Namibian society.
I would like to emphasize the importance of continuous education and awareness campaign on road safety in order to reduce the number of road traffic crashes and fatalities in our republic. I therefore call upon all traffic law enforcement agencies to support and encourage traffic officers to provide quality traffic law enforcement services to all our road users.
Inspector General of the Namibian Police Force, Lieutenant General Joseph Shikongo, added that despite the extent of the problem, the issue of road traffic death and injury and the suffering of victims has been largely ignored until now. Shikongo explained that every citizen has a role to play in supporting road traffic accident victims and that support must be provided by all stakeholders in the subsector. Reporting for Primetime News, Ishmael Mukvonda.
Your top roundup is up next. Stay tuned for the business segment. Welcome to Primetime Biz, your premier source for all updates business related. The business of tourism dominates the segment. A group of 21 Ghanaian tourists arrived in the country on Sunday for the November in Namibia Tourism and Business Pilot Initiative. Now, the Minister of International Relations and Cooperation in a media statement on Friday said the initiative aims to develop Namibia's tourism industry within the framework of the African Continental Free Trade Area and the Africa We Want agenda.
This is a people-to-people kind of visit. You know, I know your country has a policy of getting closer to Ghana, and we also have getting closer to you. When I was ambassador, that was what I was doing anyway. So this trip was sold on the basis that Namibia is a best destination. You know, a lot of the people think Europe and America are the holiday destinations, but I'm saying that they are wrong. So we are sort of opening the door a little wide for our compatriots to come in and see what you have here, and then in the process also interest Namibians in seeing what we have in Ghana in the ECOWAS sub-region. So we are in the SADC sub-region here, and we have the Africa Free Trade Area thing going. So all these things are part of that package to bring Africans together.
We are very happy to be here. We meant to come here for a long time, and we're glad it's finally happened. We'd love to see the country, the Namib Desert, the Kalahari Desert, the wildlife, and the coastal cities, get to meet people, and also we have varied interests back home. It's a group of 21. There are people in hospitality, healthcare, business, transport, and we'd just like to come and not just visit your country, your beautiful country, but to associate with people that we have common interests with.
Staying atop the business of tourism, The Namibian Tourism Board held a business-to-business, also known as B2B networking session with over 21 tourism industry partners from Ghana to position Namibia as a tourism destination and investment opportunity. Speaking at the session earlier today, Namibia Investment Promotion Development Board Executive Director for Strategy and Branding, Margaret Gustavo, said with the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, Namibia is open to doing business with fellow African countries, including the tourism sector, which is Namibia's third economic contributor. Gustavo explained that the Africa Continental Free Trade Area regime additionally offers an opportunity for the two countries to identify trading products for export and import, noting that currently Namibia only exports its beef to Ghana. Our producer Petrus Namadiko was present at the networking session and brings us this insert.
We are the only African country to export beef, to China, to the EU, and to the USA. And we're also exporting our charcoal to the USA. And we're making moves now to compete at a global level in the small livestock meat, dates, blueberries, and grape subsectors of the agricultural sector. And so we've looked at renewable energy. We want to be a sustainable energy capital of Africa. In terms of food industry, that's the agricultural sector, and really value addition, and also making sure that we have food security for our people. I think COVID taught all of us a good lesson that we need to prepare well for this. Chemicals and basic materials, transportation and logistics, our business services, metals, mining and adjacent industries, machinery and electronics, e-commerce, tourism, of course, and then exploration, mining, oil and gas. Now, the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board is really there to attract investment. We facilitate investment into the country, but the different subsectors, the different ministries, they are still responsible for executing policy. This is the policy around the different sectors. What is it that Namibia wants to achieve? And then we then promote Namibia as this investment destination.
For tomorrow's countrywide weather synopsis, we now consult the weather forecast, followed by a roundup of the latest economic news. Welcome to Sport Planet, your destination for all things sport in action. A Shaka Chula Chula and Namibian Premier Football League outfit based in Ohangwena region was on Saturday crowned winners of the Dr. Hage Geingob Cup after overcoming African Stars 1-0. The 9th edition of the one-day football extravaganza was held at Independence Stadium in Olympia, featuring matches from NPFL teams, the Women's Super League, and an exhibition match between Namibian and South African legends. In the early games, Girls and Goals Football Club won 1-0 against FC Ongos, the Women's Super League champions, with Fiola Flitter scoring the only goal in the first half for Girls and Goals. Staying atop football, Namibia's 5-time Premier League champions African Stars Football Club on Sunday announced the firing of their head coach Prince George Coffey with immediate effect. This comes just 4 months after he started working for the team. On Sunday, the club released a statement on their social media platform saying that they had parted ways amicably with their head coach. The statement further thanked Prince George Coffey for his dedicated service to the club and wished him success in his future endeavors. Stay tuned for your sports roundup. This is where we dock for the night. Do make a date with us again tomorrow. A parting reminder that to stay abreast with developments within and beyond our borders, do follow the on-screen prompts to be subscribed to our channel. Otherwise, from myself, Michael Medimba, and my creative team behind the scenes, it's good night.